Hello student, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and like. Today we want to learn about the steps in procurement process. The following are steps in procurement process. Number 1 is need recognition. Number 2 is procurement planning. Number 3 is specification of need. Number 4 is source option. Number 5 is evaluation of tenders. Number 6 is contract award and signing. Number 7 is contract management. Number 8 is payment of goods and services. Number 9 is disposal of obsolete, deteriorated, damaged and waste goods. Number 10 is documentation, record maintenance, and the last step is termination of contract by closing the process. Let's start with our first step, which is need recognition. It involves identifying and acknowledging a specific need within an organization that can be addressed through the acquisition of goods or services. It's also the process of procuring goods or services from external suppliers. The second step is procurement planning. Procurement planning is a tendering process that involves carefully preparation and strategic decision making before initiating any procurement activities. It's essentially the process of defining the strategic procurement needs and creating a road plan for how to acquire the goods or services. The third step is specification of need. These are detailed descriptions of the specific requirements, features, and standards that must be met by suppliers or vendors in the procurement or tendering process. Our fourth step is source options. It refers to various methods or approaches that organizations can use to identify and select suppliers or vendors for procurement of goods and services. They can help determine how potential suppliers are identified, invited to participate in the tendering process, and ultimately chosen. It involves open tender, selective tendering, single sourcing, etc. The fifth step is evaluation of tenders. This is where organizations assess and compare the proposals or bids submitted by potential suppliers or vendors. The goal is to determine which proposal best meets the organization requirements and represent the best value for the procurement. The sixth step is contract award and signing. This is where organization officially selects a supplier or vendor and enters into a legally binding contract. This phase involves formalizing the agreement based on the evaluation of tenders and negotiations if necessary. Our next step is contract management. It involves systematic and strategic administration of contracts between an organization and its suppliers or vendors. The primary goal of contract management is to ensure that the terms and conditions of a contract are met, risks are minimized, and the intended benefits of the procurement are realized. The eighth step is payment of goods and services. This refers to the financial transactions that occur when an organization procures goods or services from suppliers or vendors. It involves the transfer of funds from the organization to the supplier in the exchange for the goods or provided services. The ninth step is disposal of obsolete, deteriorated, or damaged and waste goods. This refers to the process by which organizations identify and remove assets that are no longer useful or available to the organization. These obsolete assets may include equipment, machinery, vehicles, furniture, or other tangible items that have reached the end of their useful life and are no longer needed for operational purposes. The 10th stage is documentation. This refers to collection and maintenance of records, written materials, and paperwork related to procurement and tendering process. It serves several critical functions, including ensuring transparency, accountability, and compliance with legal and organizational requirements. Our last step is termination of contract by closing the process. The termination of a contract that was awarded through a tendering process can occur for various reasons, and it typically involves following specific procedures and legal consideration. That is the end of our today's topic. Make sure you like and subscribe.